Sunny Isles, not too, like a few minutes from where I live. Also an attorney, so we'd like to welcome him and let him tell his story that should be very inspiring. Dan. Thank you.
Each of my pictures, I just get fatter and fatter. I don't know what that's about.
You're all right.
Anyway, really thanks Scott for setting this up.
Thank you, Daniel.
I wanted just to come down to, I had a really bad couple of years, and I'll go through it with you, but I'll tell you it all started, yes sir.
Would you like a chair, sir?
I'm all right, thanks. But thank you.
No problem.
But it all started when I was young. You know, it's not like, things that you do now are definitely gonna have repercussions as you get older. When I was young, I grew up in Howard Beach, Queens. I got in with the wrong crowd. I started doing very bad things. I got in a lot of trouble. And then when I wanted to go to college, I wasn't able to get into college at the beginning. And then when I wanted to get into law school, that was my dream since I was a young kid, because my dad was a lawyer, and I have a lot of uncles who are lawyers, and that was also impossible. And everything just took so much more time. So I'm here really to share my experience, strength, and a hope on trying to catch this when you're young. You're so fortunate to be here, to be given this opportunity at such a young age to try to catch this, because nobody has to come here again. This could be your last go around in the white druggy buggy van. People say treatment centers, people come back and come back. You don't have to come back. It took me a second time, but I'm 22 months clean. And I'm going to speak to the older people, which will be more of like my last couple years, which I'll share with you. But I just wanted to maybe, when I'm done, take any questions you have, and really just tell you that when I was young, your age young, I thought I could do anything I wanted, because what would it matter? I'm young, it doesn't matter. And I found out when it came time for me to look at this stuff very seriously, in terms of applying to college, getting a career, getting a job, it was impossible, because when I was in my teens, I had screwed up. Now, eventually, for example, most people that go to law school take the Florida bar exam to be a lawyer. You get admitted like a couple days after the exam, after you pass the exam. Me, it took 2.5 years to get admitted to the Florida bar because I had such a bad past when I was a teenager. And I also want to share with you, I go to a lot of AA meetings. I asked Scott if I can come and speak to you guys because I came to the Cove, which was a great start. But to show you I'm still batshit crazy, excuse my French, because even with sobriety, my therapist always tells me that the monkey's off my back for today, but the circus is still in town. So I'm still all over the place. I'll show you a perfect example. I'm living in New York, so I went clothes shopping to Kmart last night. So I put all my shorts away, and I bought a pair of shorts that were one size too big, and a shirt that was one size too small. And I didn't try the clothes on until I got up this morning to go to the airport. So, I'm sober, but I still have to try to work things out. And so let me just tell you guys in terms of life. Many of you all may have had very bad experiences as a kid. I go to a lot of AA meetings and I hear people share. They were abused by a babysitter. They were abused by a relative, a boyfriend of a mother's. And please, while you're young, share that stuff with your therapist, because that stuff will be with you for years and years. And I hear that. There's a guy I saw yesterday, he's 40 years old. He said he tormented himself his entire life with this pain he was carrying, and is now only a few years sober when he finally had the courage to go and share this experience. So whatever it is, whether it's, again, just gonna rally off a list, maybe you guys can add to the list, problems that you had as a child, a household where there was tons of fighting going on, a household that wasn't filled with love, any type of very bad behavior of touching, inappropriate stuff, and really anything. These people are here at the Cove. What I did with William, who's my therapist, is share this stuff. You don't have to keep it inside anymore, because keeping this stuff inside, they say it's like, that person who did this to me, I'm gonna keep it inside, and I'm gonna drink the poison expecting it to kill that person. And it's not how it works. So whatever you have, also it goes, when I was growing up in Howard Beach, it was a big mafia presence, and I got in with a really bad crowd till my parents shipped me off to Florida for college. Don't feel pressured to be in the wrong crowd. You know, it's not cool anymore. Maybe when the rap began, it was cool. It's really not cool anymore to, you know, be hanging with a bad group. To go, oh, you don't know, I'm in this gang, I'm in that gang, I steal this, I do that, because you guys are young enough to catch it. You know, before you get older and God forbid there are real serious problems and major arrests, and then your life is gone forever, you know? So I wanna hear from you, but I also just wanna let you know that my life, I'll take it to what brings me here and what brought me to the Cove. My life was going great, right? I picked myself up when I was a teenager. I was spoken to by some very serious people, including a United States Senator who I went to work for, this guy Bob Graham, who used to be a governor of Florida. They all got me on the right track, but again, life went on, I had a couple of kids, and this was 2008, the economy started crashing down. I don't know if you all know about like the depression of 2008. Real estate market fell apart, everyone was losing jobs. And I met a person who seemed like a nice person. All of a sudden I'm hooked on smoking crack. And this is a nice Jewish lawyer boy from Queens, not supposed to be hooked on crack. I spent 10 months smoking crack in a hotel room in 2015. So if it happened to me, which is not supposed to, that's the beauty of the rooms. You look around the room here, you have every aspect of everybody here, whites, African Americans, Hispanics, you know, Oriental, tall, short, men, women. This disease does not discriminate against anybody, but you have the option. You know, whether it's today, tonight, in 5 minutes, tomorrow, you have the option to go, you know what, I'm gonna do what I have to do to not use anymore. And whether it's therapy, I tell you what else the Cove was great at for me, is I am medicated. I was never medicated before coming here, but the psychiatrist put me on a nice antidepressant and a nice bipolar medication. One is called Celexa for depression, and one is Depakote for bipolar. And I was never a crazy bipolar. They say bipolar, you have to be like manic episodes, up and down, up and down, up and down, wild swings. I didn't have that, but I had enough of a mood problem that they rescued me, that they really stabilized me. So again, if you feel you have anything going on outside of the addiction, talk to the people here. You have first-class help here. They can help you with anything that's bothering you, whatever's on your mind, anything in the future. You need to sit with them and go, you know, I'm looking at this trade school, or I want to be a mechanic, or I want to be a banker, I want to be an astronaut. You know, share that with them while you're here, then they can help you. And even for me, I'll tell you how God really stepped in. If you believe in God or not, it's up to you. But the program has a lot of steps involving a higher power. Whoever you want that higher power to be, it's important you identify with whatever it is. It could be a chair. You know, you speak to the chair. I say the serenity prayer all day long. Because God did step into my life. In 2008, 2009, the wheels started falling off my bus. In 2015, I was doing drugs all day and all night. I dropped off the planet. I threw out my cell phone. I didn't see my 3 kids who were 10 minutes from me for 8 months. So I was too busy smoking crack and taking pills and drinking alcohol every day. So I was finally arrested, and then I was taken into drug court. You guys may know, for older people, if you have a first-time nonviolent drug offender and you can follow this drug program, then the charges are erased. So listen, what I did, I thought it was so smart. You have to either opt, just follow this. You have to decide to go into drug court